Happy Thursday, shoalmates, and welcome to the 215th installment of the Hot Mess Express with the lovely Miss Didi of Didi's Finden and I, Foxy of Foxy's Fishes. Thank you for joining us this evening. Love being back amongst the shoal. And it has been a week, at least today, it feels like. How are you, Miss Didi?
Well, I've been in water all afternoon on the road. It was rough. Ditches are flooded everywhere. It's like, oh my gosh, couldn't see.
Yeah.
So I jumped out of one fish pond into another.
Sometimes that's the way it has to be. I was working on the wedding arch today, and I'm almost done. It's so very close. I just have to go and fill in some bare spots, but like my mindset is still stuck on that. So I'm like, what am I doing here? So I need to transition my brain over to here because I was in that for so many hours. And now that's all I'm thinking about.
I think me too. I'm into this, like, when you can only go 35, your wipers are on high and you can barely make out the road. It was like, that's a 2-hour ride doing that. It's like, I'm locked in, you know what I mean?
And how much rain have you guys gotten so far?
Here, it wasn't nothing. It was like 20 minutes down the road. It's like, woo! I had to get off the main highway, go on a secondary road. I couldn't because the traffic's 70 on that, and you still have a fool going 70. It's like, you know, it's I had to go on the back roads to get back and forth because it was just too much on that main highway like that. And look, I kept on driving the whole way. It's just, if you can't see the car ahead of you at 40 miles an hour, you sure aren't going to see it in time at 60. So
exactly. Yeah, the heavy rain is.
And I had a show to get back to. You know what I mean?
Well, if you needed to drive slower or pull over, I would have understood because I'd rather you be here, you know.
But that's what I did. I mean, I knew I was going to be coming in here pushing the line, but it's like, you know, I had to drive slow. So, but you know, because it's like, go ahead.
Christopher says, rain, go away, come again some other day. Foxy's friends, I'll want to play. That's right.
You know,
here it was bright and sunny
all the water.
But now when we're trying to get our terrestrial activities done safely.
You know, we're just not as skilled that way as we are in the water.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I never even pulled up the participant list because that's how out of sync I am with everything. And the member video, I've been trying to upload it now. This is my 7th attempt. It's still trying to upload. StreamYard keeps kicking it off right at the very end, and it's driving me bananas.
Oh, Lord.
So hopefully it'll go through this time. We'll just have to see how that goes. I'm going to pull up the participant list here. The computer is extremely slow.
I found a baby rice fish today in a different tank.
Did you? Ooh, what kind?
Well, it was those platinum shiny ones I have. I had moved them out of that tank to the 40 gallon above them from a 29 to a 40. And apparently it's been up there a little while. It's just decent size, but apparently it's just been able to hide in all the plants anytime I've gotten on the floor to look in there, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, yay! I get one here, one
Linky
there.
Doesn't even have us as live.
Huh?
All right, I got it. Linky doesn't have us listed as live. I had to fix that real quick. And then Linky can come in here and let us know who's in chat with us. Bear with me.
Dennis was here because he said hi, and I beat him to the punch.
Oh, another thing I did today is I picked up my new glasses and my contacts today. Don't have the new glasses on because I have to adjust to them. So I'm going to try them on first thing tomorrow. I muted that. Did I mute this site? Yep. I muted this site, so I heard nothing. I'm not sure if Linky is going to show up. Oh, is Linky broken? Can't access that server, but this server is up.
Yeah. And my power director was acting up last night, so just something fishy anymore.
Has there been like a weird solar flare again? Because it seems like everything's acting up.
See, even Matt thinks it. And Lord knows if me and Matt think the same thing, something's wrong. Yeah, I just think something is funky,
Yeah, because everything's been working weird. The phones, the computer, different apps. All right. So I put myself as live on Linky. And that way we'll see if he populates in or not. We shall see.
Trying to wake them up with a shove, that's all.
Great. Poke.
I did get some
the
news
old-fashioned way, but there's some.
Oh Lord. It's gonna be a long show.
Yeah, it is. My internet must be behind because it's how you're done speaking and then I go to speak and then you start speaking. So I think we're off time again.
Yeah. I was like about 8 words in and then you start. But so how fast, can I say 8 words when I'm in this mood? Probably like 0.3 seconds, But Rachel says she got the fish cord notification. Is my Alexa, are you working? Yeah.
And Linky is currently populating in people. It says we have 12 people in here right now, but I know we have more than 12 people in here. You know what? Before it gets out of hand, I'm just going to scroll back as far as I can and say hello to everyone. Okay, so I see 421, so that's before the stream. Alrighty, so we have Uncle Smiley, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Mark Sterlson, Bestie, Shane's Takes a Bowl, Bougie Fish, Jenna P, Huawei. What are we doing? Dee, Fuzzy. I'm sure you guys are going to get some repeats in here because I don't remember very well. Bigfoot, Toonie Loon. Mark Sterlson, did I say hi? Lobster! Oh my goodness, only 7 more sleeps until Fishmas in July. I'm so very excited. Sketty Nona, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Monster Fish Gal, hello, happy Thursday. Toonie Loon, did I say hi? May, happy Thursday. Hi, bestie.
If Alexa doesn't stop, I'm going to unplug her. She won't go back.
I don't even hear her going at the moment.
Well, she's very low now. She's funny. She heard the threat. She straightened up.
Liquid Zoo Only Fins, welcome in. Go with the Flow Aquatics, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Let's see. Miss Kitchen anything? Craig's Catfish Cave, happy Thursday to you and Belle. Hope you're doing well. Christopher says we need to get Foxy and Brian a Starlink system. You know what's crazy? They just ran fiber optic all over the area here. And I went and checked on my internet provider, and they said it's not available in my friggin' area. So what the hell does that mean?
Oh.
It's not here yet. It's not here yet, although it's right down the road. I don't understand. But it's annoying. Matt says Starlink hardware is free right now. So is that a do it with 12-month contract? Definitely something to look into since we live out in the corn. So message me, Fox. Okay.
I know, Dennis. Everybody needs to change their name of their assistant to something else so that it's more random or
Mm.
unlikely that everybody's lights are going to be starting to flash off and on and all this stuff.
Yeah, I give different names to mine too. I named one Linda, so I can go, listen, Linda. Welcome in, Boots. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well today. Craig says, too early to wake up and go clean. Well, it's 5:14 here, so we should be done with the cleaning unless, fish from time.
Oh, man.
May says, full moon, the atmosphere is speaking to us all. Was last night the full moon? Because last night we went outside and had a fire. And the moon was just so bright and full. It was so nice.
I don't think I went outside last night. I probably didn't.
It was so pretty. Oh, was it raining for you last night?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why I didn't go out and do something. Or either it just maybe we have trees like right kind of close, and maybe it just wasn't very obvious to me. Or maybe I'm just oblivious. That could be it too.
Or maybe you were just busy. That happens. You're always doing stuff.
I was working on several projects. I had 3 or 4 tanks refilling, and I was working on a video, and so it could have been anything. Don't take much anymore. The whippersnapper's here.
And Jeff Kane, Empire Dirt, and the Zen Ginger, welcome in. Happy Thursday. Going down the list, old-fashioned style. Mr. Pickles, haven't seen you in chat in a while. Welcome in, sir. Says, I love the name of your show, ladies. Thank you, and we fit it well. We haven't fallen off the tracks yet, but we're pretty close to it.
Yeah, it can happen. Oh, I did get some scoop on my CO2 regulator I ordered maybe the 3rd week of June that I haven't received.
Oh, wow.
It came from Poland, and it got stuck in Memphis, Tennessee, and the label came off. And my box has been sitting there. Supposedly, the people at CO2 Art have found a way to have the sticker put back on, and supposedly it should be coming to me, but I still didn't see it registered as of yesterday that it was moving again. So I don't know.
Oh, that's crazy. That's like the stickers we ordered in May, and they made it all the way to like halfway down the state here. They took from May to middle or the beginning of June to make it to the state, and then they lost it at like 2 hubs away from us.
Wow.
And they're fighting us to give us a refund. I am over it. Just give me my money back. I want to go somewhere else. Jeff said, Mr. Pickle stopped coming around because someone forgot to tickle him. Have you ever
So he's a ticklish pickle?
Maybe Jeff's up for that. But Mr. Pickles was a cartoon on Adult Swim, and it is not for children and most adults. So it's right up your alley, Jeff. You'd love it if you haven't seen it. Matt calls his Alexa all kinds of names. I'm surprised she even still speaks to you, Matt. May says they have a frog named Linda just for that reason. So they can say, listen, Linda. Welcome in, Whips. Thank you for joining us. Jenna says, Foxy, did that last larger image I sent you work, or do you still need me to play around with it more? It seems to be working. I put it in there to see if it works out, and it seems to work. I can resize it. Sorry, I haven't emailed you back letting you know it works, but it does work. So that's one more thing we can finally get checked off the list, and I'll get that done hopefully this weekend along with the arch, so Brian can start making the wooden stuff because we don't want the arch covered in sawdust. So lots of things amping up, and I think last I looked it was like 78 days or something until the wedding, so we need to hurry up.
Yeah.
It's getting so close. Welcome
Hey,
in,
you know
Cheryl.
how we talk about fish can jump?
Yeah.
You know, and I've had a few little mishaps here and there where they've come out and they're right by the tank somewhere. But I was trying to catch up some black mollies out of one of the 100-gallon ponds,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a big net, the biggest one I've got, and I was down there with it, and I had to drain the water down to like 5 inches to catch these black mollies out of there, and it took and leapt over the net and went all the way to the longer side in the
Uh-huh.
air. It would have been a cool slow motion shot. I mean that was like 2.5, 3 feet.
He thought he was Shamu.
It was beautiful. I mean, it really was
Yeah.
impressive to say the least.
Yeah, that is impressive. Some of these fish you don't expect it, but they can really fly.
Yeah.
They dream of being birds. Zen
Wish I
says,
had a
Didi, if the
camera.
tracking numbers changed, it will just show up. It's like, here I am.
Yeah. At first they told me I'd be getting a new tracking number, and then they emailed me back and said no, they're going to go with the old one. I guess they found the label.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just discouraging. I needed that thing last week or so. I was supposed to have gotten it on the 27th of June, and I really needed it the day I ordered it. But
Yeah.
getting so much hair algae somewhere that needs that thing.
Oh my goodness, the algae's been crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. I guess algae likes heat.
Yeah, and it seems like the summer hair algae is different than the winter algae. It's like more slimy. It's the best way to describe it. Not a fan. And the gosh darn member video failed again. That's what made me check. Which comment made me check the member video? I will try. I'll try again, but I'm probably just gonna have to show it from the computer. I don't know why StreamYard's being such a butthead. It's annoying. Zenny said, geez, Didi, you could have driven to Aqua Rocks in Colorado and picked up something in that amount of time.
Well, if they just sent me an email communicating with the fact that their warehouse was being moved or something at the time, and that they were going to drop ship it from one of their other, I would have just like, no, don't do that. I could have ordered one from somewhere here. It would have been the same, regulator, and I could have gone with a different one. But I mean, I could always go with that one that Kelly hates. So she'd come to the house and take it off.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. But I would have gone, there's other companies.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why they didn't tell me. You're right.
That's one way to get Kelly to your house, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they sent me a 20% discount coupon for my next order, but I might never get this one. I sure ain't going to buy some more stuff that I can't get.
Well, hopefully it does get to you.
Oh yeah.
That's annoying. How did you celebrate your July 4th? What did you guys do? Anything special?
We did go down to the twins' parents' house, and they had fireworks. Took Lola, of course. We had to go sit off to the side because Lola was, scared. But she did really good once she got out of the immediate area where they were, because they set them off on the ground and it was just too close. But they did a good job with their fireworks. That's all we did, though. It was kind of quiet the rest of the day. How about you?
We grilled some food here, and then we went and saw the public fireworks display, which was kind of lackluster. Like, I don't mean to like shit on our local town's fireworks. I appreciate them like giving us like something to view on the 4th of July, but it just felt like it could have been a little bit better. Like, specifically, they had a lot of fillers, like those little white pop ones that would go on for like 10 minutes. Now, if you turned all those white pop ones into like 2 big boom ones, we all would have been happy. Because a lot of people had the same complaint. They felt like it wasn't as good as normal, but it was still enjoyable.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what we did. And Jenna reminds you guys, don't forget you can support Foxy by sponsoring something at the Keystone Clash in her name. Yes, I think we're currently up to $550 in sponsorships, thanks to our lovely shoalmates for our wedding. So if we get up to the 1,000 level donation, we get a booth in the vendor room where we can put our guest book on for all of the attendees to sign, not just the wedding attendees. So that's very exciting. So if you guys are considering that, please let that be a consideration as well.
You know, if someone wants to go in and we sponsor, you know, a speaker or something, I'm willing to go in and pull some money together, and so we can get up to the $100, so we can sponsor a speaker in your name. If anybody wants to do that, I'm willing to PayPal some money to the Foxland Fund, put in and designate what it's for, and that way when she gets $100, she can send it in. Or you can do one yourself and say this is what it's for. But everybody else,
or
you know, $100 is a lot, and I get that.
It is.
So if 3 or 4 or 5 people wanted to pitch in $10, $15, $20, we can get her done.
Slowly chip away at it. Yes, I'm so appreciative of everyone that is so far. Thank you so much. FFL will omit 50. He said omit. Did he correct that yet, or is that what he means?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you so very much for that. Jenna says someone may have donated something else today to where Foxy only needs 100 more to get platinum. Are you serious? That's crazy. Awesome. That's crazy awesome. And thank you to whoever that was. You take IOUs, right? Yeah, I got a box.
Send it to the Foxland Fund, Matt, and I will match Matt for his 50. So we got another 100.
And LJ Shrimp, welcome in. Happy Thursday. I said, yay, I heard you were earlier now. Yes, that's because we normally have so much to say and we're stepping on Vibe's toes so bad. So we just decided to kick it back an hour. And that way we have an whole extra hour in case we're extra talkative. So this fly, you know what? Gerald's back.
Gerald's been visiting people I've seen.
Has he been going around?
Yes, I've seen him on other streams. You know, that's why he's been gone, because he's been at other people's streams. But thank you, Matt. You know, so since I know it doesn't pop up here, but could you play him a video?
I absolutely can.
And you can play me
Should
one
we
too.
Play him the new video? Yeah, we. Well, we're gonna play Matt the new video. So, thank you, Matt. Here's your video.
Don't stick your finger in it, Kenny. Nice. Nice. Told you not to.
Now you see why I can't get my assignments done.
Thank you so very much, Kenny. And for you, Miss Didi, some live action. What?
Live action.
Oh. you very much for that. Whip says, I heard Foxy got wrecked for the first time in 18 years. What does that mean? I may have had a beer or two on the 4th of No, yesterday.
Oh, you
That was
may
yesterday.
have, you little heifer.
I may have. Well, I don't know why. I don't like drinking. I don't like alcohol. I don't like how it makes me feel. But for the past several weeks, I have been craving a beer so bad. So finally, we broke down yesterday and bought some.
Now,
I wouldn't say I got wrecked, but I got white girl wasted.
Oh, yeah.
And welcome in, Shelly Daly. Happy Thursday to you. Jeff Kane says, ladies and gentle tubers, there should still be a few Fish Family Patreon free to memberships left to help support. Wow, I can't read.
That was a lot.
The Fish Family for a month on me. Yes, the kind, generous Jeff Kane has made it possible for there to be 100 Patreon memberships given out. That's good for 1 month, and I know he's had a bunch filled up. So, how many are we looking at left to fill? So, for now, Jeff. But yes, if you are not a patron to Fish Family, definitely go over and get your 1 month subscription. There's some awesome benefits, whether you're a streamer or just looky loo. There's also discounts to many of the Fish Fam stores on there as well if you're a Patreon member. I am not speaking. I'm sorry. I'm distracted by Shelly's adorable axolotl in her photo. I love that so much. I have a thing for axolotls.
Yeah, you just have a little bit of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so we were like an hour away, so I can't drink anything because I'm going to be the designated driver. There's no doubt about that. So, and 2 drinks, I'm wiped out. So I wouldn't even try to drive after drinking a beer. I wouldn't do it.
Oh, I would never. Hello, Jesse. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. I am never going to get caught up with chat here. So I will say shipping report for the week. We had, I'm going to say 100% shipping success because the package that we sent out
came back to you?
Is on its way back to us. So it's the first time ever. It's the first time ever that I had to go in and have do an interception because we sent them out last Monday. As of this Tuesday, they were still listed as sitting in Chicago. So I had to pay for them to do that. And then all of a sudden, 2 hours later, bam, they were on the other side of the country and on their way back to us. So isn't that amazing? They were where they were supposed to be, about to be delivered, not updated, and I had to pay for an interception to find out where my friggin' fish were because I was so worried already. So they should be here to us because they got from Maryland to us in 2 days. So they're 2 hubs away from us at the moment. Matt says, if my math is correct, there are 69 free 1 month Fish Fam link subs available. 69. So there's still plenty to go around. So go and check that out, guys and gals. There's many benefits to being a patron to Fish Fam link.
Yeah, I mean, gives you a chance to see.
Did I say hi to you? I don't know if I missed. We're still off time.
She's in and she's out. She'll be back later, she said.
Hi, Tommy. Go down chat the old way.
You know, I've been looking at some Aqua Rocks, Colorado stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it would be so nice to live close to that. Well, maybe it wouldn't be nice to live close to the store.
No, you'd be bankrupt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. It
It's
says
always
after
out
today,
there.
KG traffic failing.
I'm sorry.
The hot mess. Did you mean to spell hot mess like that on purpose, Whip? Nice one. You know what made me stop and rethink that a little bit? Because, all right, it's a grandbaby story. So Lily is obsessed with one of my sweaters that I have. It's a Christmas sweater. It's got a picture of Santa on it, and like, well, I should say there's children sitting by a roaring fire by the Christmas tree, and Santa is dangling from the fireplace. And it says chestnuts roasting over an open fire. But it's bright red. The shirt's bright red. And Lily, we used to go up to it and point them out like Santa. She says, ho ho. So now she has transitioned to my red sweater shirt, because she would just call me whenever I put on, she'd say, ho. And I knew what she meant, but still, it's funny. But it's transitioned to no, any red shirt I wear, I'm immediately ho.
The baby knows.
Like,
the baby knows.
Wait, I was like, have you been talking to the grandbaby Whip? And we need to put Kenny in some kind of like, I don't know, like he needs a contained environment where like everything's soft and smooth and round.
When he has one, it's called home.
There's no electrical. There's no electrical outlets present. Oh my goodness, because he really could hurt himself. Dennis Christensen,
Yes.
welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. This has been here since the beginning, but had to finish my supper before signing in. Ooh, what did we have for dinner this evening? I think we are having some leftover lasagna. How about you, Miss Didi?
I'm going to have probably a sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yeah.
Those are honestly the best in the summer, especially when it's really warm. And like, if you have like, our thing was after we went swimming, we'd always have like ham sandwiches on Kaiser rolls, fresh from the bakery, and chips. You have to have chips with your sandwich after swimming.
Because I got back so late, and told Tony, I said, we got stuff for sandwiches, right? He said, yeah. He said, but we don't have chips. And so we don't have to eat it without a chip tonight. His jaw's all jacked out of whack, because we don't have a daggone chip.
You got pita bread, you got chips in about 10 minutes.
We don't have pita bread.
Aw. It's always a good backup to have. I always have pita bread on hand. Jenny says, is Roxanne suggesting a psych ward for Kenny? No, but something adjacent. Like he's free to leave if he wants. Like he doesn't have to, but we at least know he's safe. Did I say hi, Toonie? Because if I didn't, hi. I'm sure I did, though.
I cannot remember, so I can't back you up on anything.
Yeah. Sketty says she's having a root beer. Ooh, that sounds good. But yeah, rarely ever. I can't think of the last time I had a beer before yesterday. It's been a very long time.
When I was a young adult, one of the Marines that hung out to my cousin's house, he would bring over beer, and he'd like the Schlitz malt liquor bulls. So that's what we learned to drink beer on.
That doesn't sound nice.
Well, it wasn't
my
bad.
My parents were Bud drinkers and Budweiser. So, you sneak a couple of those. That's what we drank.
Tony drinks different stuff all the time, Thursday. So I don't know.
Yeah, and that's probably the first time my mom is hearing live that I have taken some beers in my youth from her. So I'm the angel. You
did it, but you didn't enjoy
Shelly
it.
Says I used to breathe. No, I did. I enjoyed it fully, Deb. Fully. My mom's name is Deb. That's who I'm calling Deb, but it's fine. It's not.
I was trying to cover for you. But take the wrath as it comes.
Fine. There's no wrath. Well, chat might give me wrath, but my mom she's expecting it at this point. She's Mom Deb, or we endearingly call each other the B word. So.
Oh Lord, yeah. She should know.
And Shelly says I used to breed them, but I'm retired now. Oh, I love them. I also breed them currently. We bred 100. We had 102 hatch this year. We currently have just got 6. So we have 34 left for this season. So that's not too shabby. And they'll be going to their forever homes come the Quad City Swap in October. I go for Blood and Honey from Revolver Brewing Company. That sounds a little sweet.
My sister's here.
So Debbie B's here. Welcome in. Happy
that's my
Thursday
cousin.
to you.
That's my cousin. My sister, Nancy B.
Nancy B. You got too many family up around here.
Now, Debbie B could be here because she's a lurker sometimes. I never know.
Oh, I saw that 3G is populated in Passing Wind and Nancy B.
So Matt's been back up to. Oh, I'm sorry.
I said, no, just happy Thursday. Welcome in. Oh, and Paul McCarthy. Look at that. Jody P says, Matt got to see my chickens today, and so did Miller. So I am so very upset with you, Matthew. It's understandable they only live 5 minutes away, but God damn, that's so not fair. And we'll never get to meet Matt unless we go there. It's from a distance because it was reading, though. Oh my goodness. And your chickens are so stinking cute, too. Matt says, and my dogs ran Jody's property and got soaked. As dogs do.
I'm really jealous of both of them.
Right? Oh, goodness. Hello, Dr. Ted. Welcome in. Says, I need my mermaid fix. Well, hopefully, we do the job for you this evening. Let's see, what am I missing? Could be worse. Grant Eater had to go to multiple post offices to track down our aqua shell shrimp contest. Oh, I remember hearing the story about that. That was crazy. Yeah, but I never want to have to intercept another package again. I know they're going to be fine when they get here because of the type of fish they are, but still, they should not be in a package that long. That's ridiculous. How do they lose a package marked live fish on every edge of the box? I don't understand it. That was their first one ever, and I hope it never happens again.
You just never know.
I don't do well with that stuff. They're my babies. Welcome in,
Dr.
Debbie.
Ted is here.
Dr. Ted, I see. Sleeper Barbecue is populated in. Nick at Hard Water Propagation. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Mikey seems to be a little bit slow, but he's chugging along well enough for us. Okay, so I just got to Jenna's comment about the psych ward. Justin said, he may have electrocuted himself on his last live stream. I got it there. Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
There's the other heifer right there.
See, I spoke her into existence. Hello, WB. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Sunny's having local tamales for dinner, but she livens them up with a little spicy sour cream. Enjoy your dinner. I'm not gonna say that sounds good, because for me personally, I don't like that. But I'm not gonna yuck your yum. Enjoy your dinner. Matt says she didn't invite me to move in, but she said I'm always welcome. He'll be in your basement tomorrow.
He'll be back in the morning.
He's already set up all the cameras in all of the rooms, Jody, just because he might not have. Did he go inside? Because if he didn't, they're already set up anyway.
You gotta scan the rooms.
Right. If If there is one thing I know how to do, it's wear out a welcome. Oh my goodness. I did not get wrecked. I did not. Are you at the beer garden right now, geek? Probably.
We didn't do a fishy list thingy today.
We didn't. And we could set that up right before, because this is the error it keeps telling me when I try to upload, if it'll focus. An error occurred. Please wait one moment, then try again. Every time I try to upload it. So when we do the member video, I'm going to have to just play it from the computer and hope it works that way. But yes, we can.
Can you send it to me through the Google Drive and see if it'll upload from my end?
That means I have to upload it to Google Drive, and that'll take 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, forget it.
I just have it on my desktop. Oh, why did I go to Diamond? Gosh darn it, I am so brain dead today. I apologize. Everybody in those pygmies down in New Guinea. I had some raisinets before the stream, so I'm gonna have a little bit of a sugar rush at some point. I think it's hitting right now. Okay.
Y'all, I'll go ahead and tell you why I've got to stand in the corner after the stream. You know, we promised this little segment each week, and guess who forgot her first assignment? And it was my damn idea.
It happens, though. It happens. What you want to tell them the funnier part?
What's that?
The part where I texted you earlier.
Yeah, and I even read it like, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I thought she was talking about something, my dive here. That's what happens when you live in a crappy place.
I texted her earlier. I said, "Did you complete your?" And it said, "Did you do your dive trick this evening?" And she didn't respond to it, so I figured she missed it. But she hearted the thing below it, so I was like, "Okay, we're good." She it's Didi, we're covered. So I asked her like a minute and a half before the stream, and she's like, "Oh shit." It happens. So we will pick that back up.
After next week. After the next week.
Yeah. We'll pick that up after next week, because next week is Fishmas in July. It's Santa Claus and Christmas lobster will be here. We're so excited. Cannot wait. It's going to be so fun. But yes, I'm doing that for the fishy list. Now we're going to do hashtag fishy if you want to enter for your chance to get onto the fishy list. And that should be doing its thing right now. Trying to catch up with chat before I play the member video, see if I'm missing anything important. John McCarthy. Matt says Santa Claus needs a manicure. He just molted. He's fine. Who's chicken and that pet?
Speaking of Santa Claus, I've been looking through some old videos and stuff, and Santa Claus was a lot last year. I just like looking at him, watching him jump in that little pool.
That is so much fun. We're going to have to make a new version at some point, but I don't want to break Santa because I know he's had some back issues since then. And welcome in Dan Slee and Stephen P. Happy Thursday to you guys.
Did I miss Stephen?
In here in a minute, Dan. Yes, welcome in.
A slacker.
I am at 5:43. I am swiftly catching up with chat. I'm so proud of myself, but it keeps populating. I know, right? It's been a hot minute since we've seen you, Dan. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And Zen, I think I keep forgetting to tell you, but we see Cody's son every time we go to Quad City Swap, and he's doing really good. White girl wasted on raisinets. No, I got one. I want to get chocolate wasted. No, no, I got white girl wasted yesterday. I did not get a box. I should be getting that box. Let's see. Tomorrow, last I saw Oshkosh, which is 2 hubs away from us. So it should be here tomorrow. Fun, right, Lance?
And our Santa Claus is from of German descent, is he not?
Yes. Everyone's entering their hashtag fishy. Saying, have we all remember to hit the like? If you can enter for the list, you can push the dang buttons.
That's
Thank
right.
you for that, Cindy. I always forget to give people a reminder because we've been a little low on likes lately. So I'd greatly appreciate it. Miss Didi would greatly appreciate it. And so would all the fishies behind me. All right, so I think I'm mermaids. Did you know Santa Claus is did you know Santa Claus's ethnicity? Depends on which version we're talking about. But he's North Polish. I laughed way harder at that than I should have. Oh, that tickled. Thank you for that, Dr. Ted. Welcome in, Melvin. Toasty. Happy Thursday to you. Hope you're doing well this evening. So I'm going to go over and see if I can play the member video through the computer. The making of the member video. We are currently at 101 members to the channel. Reminds me of 101 Dalmatians. I love that movie. Thank you to each and every single one of you for all of your love and support to the channel. And hopefully I can play this and it'll work. Is this it? Is this it? I don't know what this is. Let me close this one first. Make sure it's not that. This should be it. Okay.
Okay.
It says it can't access my screen. What the hell does that even mean?
It told me that before on mine too, and then it finally did. You know what? I missed Rico's live stream today. I didn't know he was streaming. Well, I was probably driving.
I don't know Rico stream.
Yeah, I think I saw that when I was pulling up YouTube. I think his pretty little face flashed in front of me.
Yeah. Why won't it play that? It says the browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen to see it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it did on mine. And then it's like, I was asking y'all, what am I supposed to push? And I didn't have to do anything. It did it anyways.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to play the member video for you guys then, I guess. I don't understand why it's giving me such an issue. But it is. Maybe I can do it this way. Maybe it'll let me play it this way. Maybe this is the way I got to do it because I'm not used to doing it this way. Maybe this will work. Bear with me. It's not there. You about to see Foxy lose her shit.
So now the first derailment. Can't push the damn button. Oh Lord.
Here we go. Here we go. I don't know what I'm doing, Didi. I give up.
It was playing. Did y'all see it?
Oh, they saw it.
Oh, it was.
I'm broken at the moment. It's hot. I don't understand what the hell I'm doing at the moment.
Are you sharing secrets?
No, if I shared that tab, I would have shared my tracking number. That's about it. Let's see if this works now. Why isn't it showing? Okay. Solo mode. There we go. Now you have to mute yourself, just so you know.
Okay.
In the chat room, here she comes. Zen Ginger, always on the run. Flying fingers, dropping links. Troll hammer while she winks. She's the mod you can't ignore. Guarding strings forevermore. No troll can enter will. Her chat's always chill. Zen Ginger holding strong. Keeping chat free of wrong. With the vibe so electric. Makes the trolls dyspeptic. Lurking shadows never win. Ginger's there to take them in. Swift and silent with the might. Turns the chaos into light. Link by link she built the flow. Keeping streams and secrets so. Her presence is the heart's beat, making every moment sweet. Zen Ginger holding strong. Keeping chat free of wrong. With the vibe so electric. Makes the trolls dyspeptic. Link by link she builds the flow. Keeping streams and secrets so. Her presence is the heart's beat, making every moment sweet. Zen Ginger holding strong. Keeping chat free of wrong. With the vibe so electric. Makes the trolls dyspeptic.
Alrighty. Okay, so how to remove that?
That was cute.
And where are we? There we are. Hi, my name is Roxanne, and I'm new to live streaming. Yes, 101 members to the channel. Thank you to each and every single one of you. I greatly appreciate every single member to this channel. But yes, I realized I didn't have Zenny's song on my editor, and I finally put her song on there, and I found your song to put on there too because I couldn't find that either. So I can add those to the member videos now too. So I hope you guys enjoyed that song. That was a song that was made just for Zenny, our amazing mod. Thank you for all you do, Zenny. We appreciate you. Dr. Ted said he's a Zenger stan.
Yeah.
And Zenny says, thank the baby Jesus. Nobody can see my wicked dance moves right now, but we will in September. And that is so fastly approaching. Not nervous at all. Not nervous at all.
Whip is jealous.
Nope, is that the right one? Yes. Yep, that's right.
But he
Okay,
says
so
beer and whip don't rhyme, so you're gonna have a hard time making a song with whip.
Oh, I can make a whip song. Don't even try me. If it's a good one, I'm not sure. Sonny says, totally unbiased opinion. It's some of your best work. It's got a great beat. I will admit it has a really good beat, and I'm happy you enjoy it, Sonny, because ultimately that's the most important. Is that the one that the song is made for enjoys it. Oinky! Hi, lovely. Happy Thursday. I almost said Friday. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well this evening. And also welcome in Love to Trip One. Love to Trip on Fish now. RJ, Alishan, Melvin, Clicks, and Oinky. Oh, look, it says Foxy's in here too. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Who is performing the service? Our lobster. So Santa Claus, the Christmas lobster, is officiating our wedding. I'm so excited about it. Sorry, earphone wearers. Welcome in, Vibes. Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well this evening. I almost said morning. But yes, it's our Christmas lobster. So very excited. Welcome in, Mousy. Happy Thursday. Zenny says, I need to hear it on some 15 seconds. I bet it's got a sick baseline on some 15s. I was like, 15 seconds? I was like, what does that
That's
even
what I
mean
thought
right
at first. But it must be some sort of headset or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm out of the loop.
we have a really good sound system right in front of me, so I've had that. You know, the fish have been dancing to it, and then we have a really good one out in the shop that I've turned it on for, and it's really good. It's got the bar bumping. Welcome in, Holly Gibbs. Happy Thursday. Enter hashtag fishy to enter to get your name on our chance to get your name onto the fishy list. We'll be running that another minute here. LJ says hi. Did I miss you before, LJ? If I did, I'm sorry. Hello. I could have sworn I got Laura. How could I miss Laura? Dance's got to run and get some stuff done. Have fun. Thanks for the stream. Good seeing you all. It's good seeing you too. Have a good evening, and we hope to see you back sometime soon. Yes, Fishmas in July is next week, so if you're around, tune in. See all the wonderful gifts that all of our wonderful shoalmates have donated for us to gift out to the Fish Fam. Oh, we have such an amazing community. That was for someone else.
Yes.
Well, anyways, hi. Alrighty, so it's been another minute here, and I'm gonna enter hashtag. Just stop.
See?
Yeah, so
She gets it.
So the mer penguins are getting married by lobster Santa Claus. What kind of LSD fever dream is happening for your wedding? A great one. It's gonna be 3 hours at least, because he's got to personally say hello to everyone in the audience before we even begin. And Dr. Ted says, mermaids, what are each of your favorite fish?
Is he talking about to catch and eat raw, right straight from the ocean, or the ones
Like-
that we have in fish tanks?
Yeah. That's a tricky question. Fishy with the Y whip. Fishy with the Y. Correct yourself, and I'll re-enter stop because
Holly needs to correct hers too, then, because she put fishy with IE.
Yeah, it's FISHY. And a bang from the kitchen.
And Shane is here finally. Oh, is that Brian whipping up some dinner?
I'm not sure. That might be the grandbaby wreaking some havoc too. Oh my goodness. What is my, like, if we're not being silly? I mean, if it's specifically technically fish, I'm gonna say Kubote raspora. But if it's like a water creature, axolotls, obviously. How about you, Miss Didi?
Well, my overall favorite fish would have to be the electric blue acaras.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some coming to me. And, I have that favorite type of fish. And then I had a favorite fish that has passed, which was a dojo loach. But, they are my favorite. Like, every time you look at them, you're just like, oh my God, y'all are just so beautiful. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
You can't help it. Now, I do love my kubates. They're very pretty too. And I love these platinum rice fish. And I love this little daggone black and white damselfish. He's a lover.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the
Very
most personality in here right now. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
but I would go with the EBAs.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to say that because I know you've been crushing on those fishies for quite a few years.
I like blue fish, and I cannot lie.
I mean, I love all rasporas and any fish that's from like inlay. I love all axolotls, whether they're mixed or not. Corys. My ultimate is catfish, but my favorite. How can you choose one? I love all of them. Zenny says, "Oh hell,
Yeah.
there's a participant list at the wedding, so you're not actually getting married." We will, but it's going to take a long theoretical amount of time. We're in for it though. And Alishan said he got a commercial. I'm sorry about that. You two be
And Lisa NJ is home from rehab.
That's so exciting to hear. Oh my goodness. Welcome home, Lisa. We are so happy you're home and doing better. Continuing on your healing process. Oh my goodness. Ever upwards for you.
Bob and Nell just came in. Type hashtag fishy to get on the fishy list wheel.
Yeah, we're dilly-daddling. So even though I typed stop already, go ahead and enter hashtag fishy.
Yes, that's the cool thing
I
about the
said-
Fish Fam link wheel. It doesn't care what you type.
Exactly. And LJ says she got 3 baby black-white clownfish from club member, and they are adorable. I've seen photos of them. They are quite cute. Jeff says, Mandy, I expect Eric's wedding participants list to be live streamed. Don't let me down, lady. She's going to be up there helping me with my dress and stuff like Didi. Oh my goodness. And when I went and had my final fit, I had my final fitting of my wedding dress this week with the crinoline, and she fluffed up all the layers. She's like, whoever is your maid of honor has a lot of fluffing to do. Just so you know, Miss Didi.
Well, Ted might get to see that button push that day because you know what? She's liable to get married with that crinoline stuck over her head.
Oh my goodness. Yes, welcome in, Mousy. Thank you for joining us.
That's awesome,
Lisa
though.
says,
Everything looks good.
still need to do outpatient speech therapy for the short-term memory issues. Not allowed to drive yet. You'll get there, though. It slowly will come back. And she said it's so beautiful. I know. I love it. I love it so very much. Yes, we need fluffers at the wedding.
So now the thing is, if we see Eric roll out that participants list, the first thing we need to do is snatch it right out of his hands, or else we'll be there tomorrow, the next day, trying to get you hitched up.
Oh, it'll be great though. He says it just gets better and better. And what was something else that I missed? What was it? I missed it. Mandy can dictate it out as she sees fit. I'm still holding her as the responsible party. 3 weeks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's serious surgery, but maybe that's 3 weeks you don't need to remember. That was like the crappy stuff. Let's go with that. The silver lining is you'll only have amazing awesomeness from here on out. All right, so we are entering stop now.
You know, Jeff was putting a lot of pressure on Zen Ginger because this is her first fish event. So your first day, you're stuck with starstruckness. I know people want stars, but you know, when you see them only on a TV and all of a sudden you see them, it's almost like meeting a movie star. I mean, the first time I saw Scotty, I was so impressed. I thought he was a little fella.
What? Did I hear what?
I thought Scotty was just a little fella all along. I didn't know how tall Scotty was.
Which one?
I just messing.
It's like,
You know,
what do
he
you
sits up high in that chair. He surprises you. Because you can look him in the eye and stare him down.
I was confused. So we're going to be doing for fishy list number 3. Now, Miss Didi, do you have 29 total names for that list so far?
And yes, I do. With Prodigal Aquarius being the last one.
Okay, so we'll be pulling for number 30 this evening for fishy list number 3. Get married to Poseidon with the trident, but holding her with the claws. Oh, goodness. her head will be spinning so fast you won't realize her and Rico are doing a focus on. That's her goal. That's his goal. All right, so I'm going to refresh one more time. And the most important thing about this is that if your name is drawn, you have 30 seconds to respond in chat to claim your name on the fishy list. So if you're a little bit behind, I recommend you refresh now. I'll give you guys 30 seconds to hear this, to do so. And then we'll draw for number 30 on fishy list number 3.
Yes.
Oh, and this evening we should also talk about some volunteers that we need for this upcoming mer penguin wedding. Merngwin. Because we do need volunteers. Dr. Ted says, Zen, tip when you meet Scotty. If he says, gee, your hair smells terrific, smack that little. Yeah, I agree on that one. First of all, one, why is anybody sniffing each other? And two, yeah. You'll understand. And welcome in Sharkman Adventures. Happy Thursday, Catfish Nation. Mr. Lori, happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well this evening. What's a man got to do to get a sandwich after work? Oh goodness, good question. I don't have a good witty comeback at the moment, but I don't know. I can't think of anything. So on that, okay, we have 30 seconds to respond in chat. If your name is drawn.
Okay, so you had to go to YouTube to let them know I hadn't made you a damn sandwich. And you'll want that sandwich when you get it. Trust me, you will really want that one. Eat it up.
Told his wife in chat he wants a sandwich. Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie The Help?
Yes.
Has Joe? You want a piece of cake? So I have 30 entries on the wheel, guys and gals. These are all the names that have entered for their chance to get onto the fishy list. 30 seconds to respond in chat if your name is drawn. And here we go, guys and gals. Good luck. Dee
I'm here.
Do you really want on the list, though?
No, I was telling somebody to type it.
Oh, that's so funny. I think I'm on here somewhere, too. No, I'm not this time, actually. Wow. Well, congratulations, Dee Dee. We're going to spin again.
Dennis Christensen.
Dennis Christensen, congratulations. You have 30 seconds to respond in chat. Rigged.
That was funny.
That was. Oh, goodness. There he is. He's in. Welcome. We're both trying to highlight the same comment. We're doing it for each other. Congratulations, Dennis. You are number 30 on fishy list number 3. Dennis Christensen.
Hello.
Yes, congratulations, and thank you all for participating. We greatly appreciate every single one of you. Let's see. But yes, we do. Prize will self-destructed.
Yeah. This is the sentiment right here.
If I am told to make a man a sandwich, I can't guarantee it's going to be going in the mouth hole. Just say it.
You want the sandwich? Are you sure you want this sandwich? I'm gonna give you one more chance to tell me. Let's see, was that Dennis's first time on list number 3? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So far on list number 3, we have David's Aquatics, Oinky, Gills the Garden, Scotty the Fish Freak, Asia, Branton, Jonathan G, Bob Mennel, Toonie Loon, Sleeper Barbecue, Aquarium Fantasy, Boots, RJ, Crown Tail, Jose, B, Scotty the Fish Freak, Asia, Bionic Bigfoot, Spinster Sisters, Shark Fin Adventures, Bear Bottom Branton, Prodigal Aquarist, Chesapeake Crustaceans, Vibes Aquatics, KJE Aquatics, Fuzzy KR, Asia Llewellyn, RJ again, lucky boy, Prodigal again, Dennis Christensen. Absolutely, Lisa. You can absolutely drop the link to your GoFundMe. If anybody has anything to donate to help Lisa with her back and forth to her appointments and her medical bills, please visit. And even $1 would help her. She would greatly appreciate that. It all adds up. Let's see, what am I missing here? I'd never tell my wife, but if I ask, she makes it. Oh, goodness. There is no telling my wife. I've learned that years ago. And there's the link to Lisa's GoFundMe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's in chat. RJ says, "Why is there needles holding my?" You weren't supposed to see those. Hello, Jesse. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Hope you're doing well. And thank you for liking the stream. Greatly appreciate that. Hearts to you for liking the stream. So yeah, I was going to talk about some volunteers that we are looking for the wedding. So a few positions that we need to fill are ushers. So people that will hand out the wedding favors and help people to their seats and open the curtains for us when it's our time to go in, stuff like that. We need people for a strike crew, which is people to move the chairs, roll up the runway, the aisle, carpet, sweep up the confetti right after the ceremony so we have another open space. We also need some servers for all the pizzas. And I don't know if the strike crew would also want to be part of this, but also a tear down crew for Saturday morning. So we have to be out of the event space no later than 10 p.m. Friday evening, but we can go back Saturday morning to tear down everything, but we have to have all the mess out of there Friday evening. But we can take out of all the decorations down Saturday morning. So those are some of the positions that we need volunteers for. If you'd like to help us with those, please send me an email to my email. I'm sure Maud would kindly drop in chat. Yeah, so we need some peeps. So
well, that's not the only volunteers we need. We need ours, but Jenna also needs people to volunteer for the class stuff too.
Yes, there's so many things that the class needs volunteers for. And Jenna said the more volunteers that sign up, the faster the work goes. So it gets done quickly. You get a sense of camaraderie when you're working together.
Yeah.
I want to serve pizza. Oh my, I'm sorry, Jeff. Well, I mean, we can tie you to the roof. you just gotta let Jill agree.
But he's got to go home afterwards or live with you. Or maybe Jody P.
Well, I'm thinking that if he fakes his own kidnapping like 2 days, 3 days before we leave, And
So
then
you
he
can-
randomly just appears like disheveled in the woods 5 days, 2 days, 3 days after we return. She won't think nothing of
Well,
it, you know.
you know that you could stop from time to time, get some rope out, and strap him to the back of the car. Take a picture of a road sign, to show he's not around. Every so many hours down the road, that way she can't catch him. But so if he has to go stay with Jody P, that means Matt's out. So there you go, Matt. It backfired on your little ass, didn't it?
I don't know. I hear Jody P has some space. Unless Matt is just being given run of a certain level because he can be sort of feral at times.
Well, Jeff
I
likes
gotta
some
get
tanks
that
too.
What is going on with this question, Dr. Ted? Philosophical. Philosophical question. If you were the luncheon meat in the Hummus Express sandwich, who would you want for the top one? Foxy or Didi? Discuss amongst yourselves. Oh my goodness. He does make up some good stuff. He said it's philosophical. We are sick. Oh my goodness. Oh
Where
my
does the mind come?
goodness.
Where's the mind at that it can even come up with that kind of stuff? I mean, I want to know.
Quite a creative one.
Yeah.
You need a great sense of creativity. Monster Fish Gal says 78 more days to the Foxland wedding. That's so close. It's getting so close. But let's see. Is there anything else I need to know? What about Jody P? I was crunching on nachos and couldn't hear. Oh, we're bringing. If Jeff P gets kicked out of his house, he's coming to live with you.
and Vibes is here relaxing, but he may not be reading chat, but they're discussing buckets. So bucket Vibes. He knows what that means.
Buckets. Ooh, I'm sure that they're going to have some excellent topics this evening to discuss like they always do. So definitely tune in for Vibes Aquatics next after the stream. You know what I didn't do is I didn't do the send over to Vibes because I made this stream forever ago. Nancy B says the real question is how long has Ted been thinking about that sandwich? Jeff and Foxy's fish room looks similar. I can see that. This is just part of the room. We have more over here, and I have more in front of me, and I have. This used to be the second bathroom, but it's now another fish room. So there's 2 racks over there. We have 4 on the table. Jeff is like a 360 around him, and mine's like a 360 with like a sidecar.
You just have to hold it when you go to another bathroom.
Exactly. And once Jeff gets his aisle in the middle, you won't. How are we going to see Jeff in his fish room?
Yeah, he's going to have to stick a leg or an arm out when he's back there doing water changes on that back wall. Yeah. Or he'll just have to make sure he gets it done before the stream.
I think he's trying to say that. We share the same fish room. I don't have turtles here, though. Zeddy says 78 days, so in 2 weeks it will be 2 months. No, Zen, that makes it so much worse. I don't feel good now. No, because I'm big and fluffy and I need that space to move around in. So if I put up more racks, that they ain't getting taken care of because I can't get to them.
I'll be right back. Somebody's at my door.
What was that you talking about the other day? Me needing to tape 2 Pampers together. I only got a size 6 to work with. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. Dr. Ted says, Nancy, I advise you to look up the term projection. He thinks you protests too much. Center aisle is started. Nice. Foxy and Brian have an impeccable record. I assume you mean shipping. This year, yeah, we're doing good so far. I had to do an interception on one package, but still 100%. Yes, we were speaking buckets. Oh, vibes. Did you see my new coffee cup? Look at my new coffee cup. It's a bucket. I have my coffee out of this cup every morning or every Friday morning for the Foxy AM stream. And it's awesome. We gave one of these buckets away already. Branton won it. And we will occasionally do giveaways for these coffee cup buckets on the Foxy AM stream. And there is one tomorrow morning. So if you guys are awake, alive at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, tune in and start your day off right with Foxy AM. Nice cup of Java and probably too many giggles. Salen says I got big tanks, but layout is the same with 3 in center. This fish room, we mostly have 5s, 29s, 20s, 10s, 21s, 29s. In the living room, there's 55s and 20s or 29s. I don't remember if they're 20 or 29s. And in the other room, we have 10s, a 40, a 14. It's a weird shape. I think it's a 14. 275s. Oh, and there's two 2.5s in here too. 275s, a 40, a 14, 5 10s, my empty terrarium. Is that all that's on the floor? Yes, because that's the bedroom. Because I have 275s on the floor right now to keep the baby lottles cool. And then Duke and Pie, they're in there too. And then we have some fishies in holding that we aren't breeding yet, or that are not in breeding. That's like the bedroom is like the relax zone, lottle zone. Ted is at your door, Didi. Don't answer. And Didi was never seen again. Tommy says, I used to work with a guy that would count down the day by the 30 minutes mark. Every 30 minutes, like the birds from the OG Ramen cartoon. 4 o'clock and all is well. Oh my goodness, that would I think that would make the day go slower. Dr. Ted says, if pineapple pizza is served, I am leaving immediately and driving home, just saying. Well, what if 9 other types of pizzas are also served and you're not forced to eat the pineapple pizza? I can go over the list of pizzas that we're ordering if that'll. But there will be pineapple pizza served, Dr. Ted. There are a few people out there that like it, so we want to try to accommodate everybody. Thank you, Lisa. I love it. Our friend picked that up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's so my coffee cup from now on. Thank you, Vibes. I thought you'd like that. No, not all pizzas will have pineapple and cottage cheese. I think we're getting 1, maybe 2 pizzas with pineapple. The other 28 are not pineapple. RJ says, I discussed building a rack to put a 75-gallon over another, but Cheryl would need new scaffolding and ladders to reach it. Yeah, those will be tall and a little bit difficult to manage, having 75 stacked on top of each other. We have 55 stacked on top of each other right now, and even though they're too high, I can't clean the bottom of that top one. Brian's got to do that. I'm too short. At 5'6", I can't do it. Jesse says, I just ripped out 7 55s and replaced them with 20s and 75s. Not a fan of 55s. They're okay. I mean, they have their purposes, but 75, I like the depth of better, but because I have short arms, I'm sure it's usually soaked from dealing with the 75. But I like the 40s, like the 40 breeder. and like this, I don't have a 60, but I would like to replace the 40 and the 14 with a 60 at some point. But I like that profile. That's like perfect for me. Why should pineapple on pizza? Okay, so this is where pineapple on pizza goes wrong. Okay, they leave it like raw. Like, okay, you put the pineapple cold on the pizza that you put in the oven to bake, but the pineapple has so much liquid in it and it's so much cooler than everything else on the pizza, and it's so much more denser that it doesn't cook as fast as the pizza. So you're still eating cooked pizza, raw pineapple. What you really need to do is you need to grill the pineapple first, then slice that and put it on the pizza to give it an extra bake with the pizza, and that will be the best pineapple pizza you ever had. You're not liking it because you're eating it raw. You need to grill it first. It'll be much better. Word. Ooh, fishy survived. Exciting. LJ says, that's what I did when I got my axolotl. Little kept tank on basement floor was cooler. Yeah, that's in the summer. That's what we do. We just keep them near the floor, except for Duke. He sits in the middle. But this year seems to be a little bit warmer. So the guys on the floor right now, these guys are at 68. I know the 275s are on the floor at 67, 68. Pie's at 69. I know Duke is at 72.1. So after this stream, I have to give him a water change. And that makes no sense because they're right next to each other. Why is this one 69? Why is this one 72? This one's a 14. This one's a 40. Where's the heat coming from? So I need to cool him down. So I've been struggling with Duke's tank only a little bit this year. But I'm going to take my mini fridge at some point. We're going to make that into a chiller, a DIY chiller for Duke. But I don't know what's heating him up. He has the same light that Pie has. He has plenty of aeration. He has 3 points of aeration for turbulation, for evaporative cooling. He's not near a heat source. So why is he like 2 to 3 degrees on average warmer than Pie's tank at a much greater volume? I don't understand it. Tommy says pineapple on meat is great. Y'all are uncultured. Try a true steak. I don't know that. With pineapple and chimichurri. Tell me I'm wrong. Grilled pineapple's where it's at though. LJ says no babies for me though. The male just beats. Aww. I'm sorry to hear that. They're not always nice. Pineapples on swordfish. I haven't had that, but that sounds really good. Where we went to the Brazilian buffet when we last went to Quad Cities, they had the grilled pineapple there. I ate way too much of that. It was so good. Crab rangoon pizza topped with lobster tail sounds like immediate ER visits. It sounds really good, but it sounds like also you may have a stroke that evening. It does sound really good. No, now we're just getting gross. Pop Rocks pizza with liver and onions. I guess that's what aliens eat. Cauliflower crust pizza. I have heard people eating that. I've never heard of anybody liking that. So, all good. Still fixing yourself. Dr. Ted says, Fox, you know what Branton is going to use that bucket for. All right. Let's see. No sound. You're mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Here you are.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the
Shipping
bags
go out?
busted, and the prettiest little fella, he didn't make it. He was so pretty.
No.
The other
I'm
ones
sorry to
were
hear
kind of They were hot. I mean, and hardly had any color left. So they went straight to the pond. Go ahead and get them in some water.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
check on them later.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry
He
about
was
the little.
pretty. He was so pretty. He looked like
It's
my
always
big boy
the prettiest
Blue.
ones. It's
Yeah.
always the prettiest ones. I'm sorry.
It's all
But
right.
hopefully the rest of the guys like cool down and chill out for you.
Maybe so.
Welcome in, Keith.
Yes.
Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining us. How many did you get? in
4.
total?
And yeah, I guess I don't know. That's who was ringing a bell, and he had to. We could have refused the box. Blah blah blah. But it's like, no,
Yeah.
that stuff happens. It just does.
Yeah.
Sucks, but it does.
Yeah.
At least 3 of them made it, so maybe they'll be nice and pretty by tomorrow.
Those will be the 3 amigos. You
Maybe.
know what? Those other guys took out the 4th one because he was a 5th wheel.
Well, they knew how handsome he was, and they probably busted his bag.
Probably. They're like, you know what? Let's all team up and do this Nemo style.
That's probably
Uncle
true.
Smiley suggests that the heat from the air pumps might be heating him up. We don't have air pumps on individual tanks. We have one big air pump over here. And that is for all the tanks in the house. And I thought maybe at first, like I considered maybe that the ambient temperature of the air coming into Duke's tank was heating him up. But if so, then why isn't Pie's tank heating up at the same rate? Like Pie will not go above like 70 is the highest I've seen Pie. Duke has been up over 74, and they're right next to each other. And Pie is a lot less water volume, so I'm not understanding. I'm starting to think Duke is hot-blooded.
Well, he could be.
Who knows?
He's mixed up with something else, and maybe that gives him an advantage.
Yeah, that means that if he wants to whine about his conditions, he can transform and walk on land. But I try to keep him as happy as possible. But that shouldn't make him warm-blooded. But he also, I found him on the one time, because I like to fill the water line up to damn near overflowing, because I like when the guppies are up in my face, because Duke's tank has a ton of guppies in there. But I filled it up that far, and Duke used an Anubias leaf to climb out of the tank, and he was sitting on top of the light. The hot light my axolotl was just chilling out on. I was like, what are you doing? Get back in the tank. And I lowered the water level. And I haven't seen him do it ever since. And probably because he can't get up there. But that's crazy. Why? He's like, just
I have
trying
a
to cook
40
himself.
Yeah, he's trying to let you do some extra work. Maybe he wanted to go for a trip in the refrigerator for a bit.
Mhm.
I've got a 40 breeder right here in front of me with my little white platinum shiny rice fish, but I also have a male betta and a female betta in there.
Mhm.
And he's kind of long in the tooth. So I put her in there thinking maybe he'll, spunk up a little bit, and he has. But something that they really love to do, and look, I need to trim all these plants like 2 weeks or so ago, but because I've got CO2 in there with stem plants, so you know what it looks like on the top. They love to get up there and sleep on top of the leaves.
Aww.
And you hunt and hunt and hunt for them, and you'll miss them for a couple of days. There's so many plants. And then, last night I was in here working on a video, and she didn't come out for dinner, but all of a sudden she was there. I said, well, hey, Precious, there you are. And you go over there and you baby talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go get her some special food because she missed dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's one of those I got from Laura and LG, Latoya at the Clash 2 years ago. And it's like, she has to come eat because her name's Rachel.
Good. That's cute. Have they given you any
That's how
babies?
silly I am with these fish.
No, it's not silly at all. You're their mama. You're the mama mermaid. Just taking care of all your
And
fin children.
my little damselfish, she's only about 14 or so inches off the floor, and it's a 20 long, so it's it's a low tank. And I usually get down on the floor to look and check the tank out. Well, when he comes up, I said, "You come here to your mama."
Oh, that's cute. I
So
baby talk
I'm
all-
going to the funny farm one day.
You already on it. What are
Yes.
you talking about?
Yeah, it's just a wet one.
A wet funny farm. But I was thinking before we get into the birthday song this evening, Miss Didi, what about we do another drawing for the fishy list this
Absolutely.
evening? So I've already entered in chat. I've already started the giveaway. Hashtag fishy list with an IE this time. If you want your chance to get onto fishy list number 4 this evening, and I think we'll draw 2 names for fishy list number 4. So we're drawing number 18 and number 19 for this evening.
June walked into my wet one. Something's always wet over here, June. That's all I'm saying. Oh, look, and I
Last
won't have
week,
to
I
take a potty break next week because I have buckets.
You are not gonna pee in a bucket.
I can just sit on the bucket, and then if you see this little funny look on my face, and I stop talking, you might know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
And welcome in, Auntie June. Thank you for joining us. Happy Thursday. Yes, enter hashtag fishy list if you'd like to enter for your chance to get on the fishy list. RJ, it's fishy list. I'm gonna correct that. Make sure. Let's see, is there anything that we need to discuss? Well, you know what? We're gonna do the birthday song first. So I saw that we had, I don't know what was going on 10 months ago, like throughout the years, but I can tell you we were making children because we had one birthday this week. So I want to say happy birthday to our shoalmate Grant of Crayfish Empire. We hope you had a very merry birthday and another fantastic trip around the sun. And here, as soon as I can find it in 100 videos, here's your birthday song. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Grant. Oh, and many more. I almost forgot that. I'm sorry. Let's see who else is populated in. Let's see, Mousy, Holly, Lisa, Bob, Sharkfin, Catfish, Salience, KJE, Overly Stalked Oscar. She fixed her name. I kind of liked overly overstoked Oscars. That was cute. Carsey, Scuba Stevo, happy Thursday. Hurry up, enter hashtag fishy list to get your name onto the wheel for a chance to get your name onto the fishy list. Not gonna need a bigger bucket. Oh, goodness. And yeah, lots of people, I've seen them use them for like when people go camping or fishing. But I mean, if you're just sitting there, I mean, I don't mind if you just turn the camera off and go do your business and come right back.
Oh no, y'all gonna watch.
No, it's to do it during
No,
Halloween for spooky.
That's not happening. But
Tommy
I
said
did get this.
that-
I got this bucket at the Clash, and I helped put this on there.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like that. Are we getting one of those buckets at the class this year since we're getting married and we really want one?
I don't know. See, you had to be
Matt.
there last year. $5.
Maybe that'll be send one in. But yeah, Tommy's living the hard life because he says he's a dad in a house of 3 females and 1 other boy, and he never gets to use the inside bathroom. Where are you doing your number 2s? Never? Do you bathe out in the creek too? Oh no.
Well,
That's
there's
not
bushes, you know. That,
RJ says, I might be peeing in a bucket, but at least I'm enjoying the tide. Oh, and they're all 13 plus. Oh, yeah. You could say goodbye to your bathroom for at least another 5 years. Oh,
No.
my goodness. I raised 3
WB,
daughters with
they
that.
had 6 girls in the house. 6
Wow.
ladies between my aunt and the youngest child. 6. So there was 4 teenagers and a little kid. Yeah, that was in one bathroom.
Yeah. Growing up, there was, 4. Well, because my older sisters are 8 and 9 years older than me. So there's like 4 to 5 kids in the house at all times, plus my parents, and 1 bathroom. And 4 of us were girls. So 4 of us kids were girls. So yeah, the bathroom was occupied most of the time. He said sometimes out in the woods.
Well, you know what? There's been a age-old question answered lately a lot on the internet because I've seen bears shitting in all kinds of videos in the woods.
Have you?
Yeah, they're
So I guess
filming them. So just to prove that it does happen.
I was gonna say, I guess it only happens when they're on film.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let this go a few more minutes here and see. We have 22 entries so far to get onto the fishy list. Number 4 this evening. Auntie June says, I finally have my very own bathroom. It's a wonderful life. The cats haven't moved in yet.
Yeah, just for a
Usually
minute.
they're right behind her.
When you go to the door, there'll be like 4 or 5 little paws sticking, underneath the doorway. Let me.
They call him Tommy One Sock for a reason. 1 year they're going to be excavating the black tar pits behind his house, and they're going to find like 4,000 left foot socks.
Well, Tommy just needs to go to Petco and get some of those little bags that you take for your dogs. And you get that cute little dispenser so he can just whip one off his, waistband and let her rip.
You need a harbinger.
There's so many
and the
ways.
dad belt. That'd be perfect.
Well, there's
That
a
would
reason
be
to wear it. Or he could attach it to some suspenders. If he's going to run around with his chest poked out, and he can have suspenders on and hook this little baggy thing to the suspenders. You got to be practical sometimes too, Tommy.
And while I'll let you chat for a moment. I need to set the stream up to direct over to Vibes this evening because I didn't do that earlier. So I'm going to correct my mistake now.
So next week, Vibes won't be going, right? That's still the same thing?
No. Yes. Vibes messaged me actually yesterday morning, and I wasn't able to respond to him until this afternoon. But they won't be streaming next week. So you'll be able to catch Vibes and his fantastic crew the following Thursday. And thank you so very much, Vibes, for working with us to let us extend Fishmas in July so we can get it all done in one episode this year. It's such a busy year, and I greatly appreciate that. I need that extra time. That's like a gift.
Because we were looking probably at least 2 hours to run our program, much less all the shenanigans that we get into. And then we have Eric, and if he says hi, he's 42 minutes on participant list.
Well, I know giveaways at least are going to be 2 hours without anything in between them. So, and we have a bunch of things to share in between them as well. So it's probably going to be a hefty stream.
The heifers are running a hefty stream. Good.
Yeah, definitely 3.5+ hours. we're expecting.
Woo.
So
It's gonna be a good one. LJ
you're gonna need your
says,
bucket
speaking of
for next
buckets,
year.
she gets her 1 gallon ones for like $1 to $2 after Easter clearance. Good idea. I don't care what they got on them.
Mhm. Okay, finally made it over to the StreamYard or backstage. I spelled aquatics wrong. How do you do that?
I go to the Dollar Tree a lot and get these little square. Well, this time they're white, but the 2 little handles so you can. And I drag I'll drag it all
Yeah.
around with me when I'm trimming plants and throwing out hair algae and all that kind of stuff. That way, I just drag it with me. Well,
Those
Ted,
little
you had it
buckets-
easy. Go
Those
ahead.
little buckets work really good. I really like there's a bigger version of this, the Menards bucket. It's like 2.5, 3 gallons. I love it for my little weak hands. Filling that up, it holds just the amount of substrate I can pick up without my neck feeling like it's going to snap in half. I love using it to transfer my axolotls around because I can't hold them in my hands, but my hands are little and they just go right out of my hands. So I like to transfer them in the buckets. There's so many. The grandbaby loves her bucket, her little Menards bucket. We're all buckets. Bucket obsessed.
Yeah, bucket.
Scuba says, so if I put pictures of me in my Speedo on buckets, y'all gonna use them? I'm sure there'll be some. I'm sure there'll be
Somebody
some
will
that
use them, Scuba.
yeah, maybe for not what you're intending, but they'll get used. My
You
mom
might be
said
opening
the
up a
same
can of
thing.
worms you don't want to go in.
Mhm. My mom
My
said the
sick
same
little
thing, and we
mind.
walked to school 2 miles uphill each way. My mom would say the same thing, but then I lived in the area that she had, the route that she had to walk to school, and my mom was not lying. She lived in is that considered the hillside section of Scranton and PA? And it's very steep over there, the roads. So she'd have to walk down about that angle to go to school and then up another angle to finish getting to school. And she said sometimes it would be so slippery that she'd make it down here going home to school, like from school, and she couldn't make it up here to go home. So I saw my mom's route. She wasn't lying. Some people have that story. But she said she would just slip and slide trying to get up that hill in her little Catholic girl school shoes. I can't imagine
man.
that. Ice picket.
I had-
at some point.
I had to walk a decent walk too to get to the bus stop. Not 2 miles though, but it was a long way. We lived down a dirt road, and you had to carry all
Yeah.
your books because your locker was too far away. If I went to the locker to put books away I didn't need to carry home, I would miss the bus. So I had to just get out of that last class and just get to the bus, and that meant I had to
Yeah.
carry them things all down that long road. It was heavy, and my mom made me a bag, and so all the weight was on one shoulder.
Mm-hmm. And then so do you have like a permanent rut in your shoulder now from when you were younger carrying all the weight in your back?
No, I just stand like this a lot. But it did hurt though. But I would swing it from here to here to here, and try to like, oh my God. I was so glad to have that bag because, you were carrying them like this. And nowadays, backpacks aren't a thing. Of course, Butterfly's backpack weighs half as much as she does. It's
they can pull a
terrible
kid
what
over.
Yeah, I'm surprised they get by with making them carry so much weight. It's not really. We drive her right through the door because it's so heavy. I mean, when you pick it up and help her out, it's heavy for you, Oh, yeah, it wasn't cool to wear bow straps on the backpack.
No. In elementary school, they had me in the advanced classes, and in high school, as in the AP classes, which meant I had to take home so many books every evening that they didn't all fit in my book bag. So my book bag would be full, and I'd still be holding like 3-4 books in my hands. Oh my goodness. But yeah, funny.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, and hey, to be smart, you got to work.
Yeah. Salient with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so very much for that, Jesse. It says Lowe's buckets. Enough said. Well, we have Lowe's buckets. Lowe's I do like, but I really like the Menards buckets because you can see in them so much better when you got the fishies in there, because I feel like the Lowe's buckets are a little bit too dark. But I do agree. Like when I moved from PA to here, I went to Lowe's and bought buckets. So I do like the Lowe's buckets, but I do like a lighter colored bucket because just I can see in them better. I don't have the best eyes. If I take my glasses off, it's like nighttime because I have a lot of tissue in my eyes, so it absorbs the light before it hits the spaces it's supposed to. So give me a pass on it. My eyes don't work with the blue. I need the green. But thank you so very much for that. Greatly appreciate your super chat. Let us play you a video. How about some, what do we got down here? I love this one. It's hilarious. What?
Live action.
Oh. That one is so funny to me. But she says, I do like the 90 mil white buckets, but I'm picky. I like them too, but once they get scratched, it's really hard to like get them solid white again. And then I get a little OCD and I'm like, there's like amoebas in those cracks. I can't use them. So it's better to use a colored scratch bucket than a white, like a whiter, lighter scratch bucket, because then I don't see all the dirt. These are perfect because they're clear, they're light enough to see the fishies in, and they're dark enough not to see the scratches.
Well, now I have not used buckets in here in a long time, but of course, when I got these, you bring stuff in them from the class, and they kind of like, oh, I could put my hoses, because I have hoses for each tank to drain them with the little strainer things in. So I clean them up and I drop them in a clean bucket, and it's like, okay, so now it's kind of just lives in here. Once in a while, I'll use them to, like if maybe I've been acclimating the shrimp and I got a little bit of water, I'll just pour that in there, then I'll, dump it later. But most of the time, it just holds equipment if they're in here at all.
Yeah. We have so many buckets, but I think all of them right now, with the exception of maybe one, are filled with either substrate, sponges that need to be boiled, hard, the plasticky parts, because we separate the sponges from the hardware bits, airline tubing. There's some buckets that we have capped that have the duckweed in it that we have to get rid of. Don't open that bucket in the house, I'm telling you. It's a horrible smell. You think a dead snail smells bad. Put some duckweed in a bucket with the lid on it for a week and then open that puppy up and take a sniff. It's pretty bad. Oh, Jody P gifted 10 Foxy's Fishes memberships. Thank you, Jody. I greatly appreciate that. That brings us up to 111 members to the channel. Thank you. Miss Didi, can you see who those went to?
Yes. One went to Garcia Aquatics, Start Fresh Aquatics, Dragon Lair, Post Seaweed and Leo, Gina's Reef, Scuba Stevo's Aquatics, Any Fish Will Do, Hobbytown Chili and Koi, that's Dean, Nature Nest, and Nancy B in Tennessee, and LJ Shrimp. Who wants to know how did she get a membership when she was already a member?
Good question. Maybe your membership was just up. Maybe it was going to be up at the end of the stream. Or are you on the shoalmates list? Because if you're populated on the list, I don't have to repeat your name often, but if I'm always adding your name to the end of the list. I don't know, unless your name was just about to fall off of membership. Maybe that's how you automatically got it. YouTube be doing weird things. But thank you so very much, Jody, and thank you, or welcome to Shoal, guys.
Jody works out.
Jody. I know that's why we don't see her as much because she's not out in the garden. She's on the pole. She's been working it. But yeah, I'm not sure how that happened, Laura. That's silly. That's the only thing I can think of.
And Jody says she her white buckets of her loach is only perfectly smooth for the little bellies, and if anyone scratches them, they are goners. So Matt, don't be scratching her buckets.
That's a good reason to keep the white buckets, just so you can see the scratches. We don't have anything that's that super delicate, so I don't have to worry about that. But if we ever need loach transportation, I'll keep that in mind. Because I wouldn't have thought of that otherwise. Auntie June member for 24 months, 2 years. Oh my goodness. Says I really hate autocorrect. Siri better not show up at my house. Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much for 24 months of membership. Let us play you a video.
I don't know what Jorge had in that cup, but he was dancing to the beat of a different drum.
And why was my hair in front of my body? It's just a hairy head dancing in front of him. It's so funny.
Only in my dreams I can fix you any way I want to.
No, that was good. Thank you so much, Auntie June. She was asking, I'm just sitting here wondering how y'all are scratching y'all's buckets to death. Dragonstone, Ciru stone, pebbles, substrate, sifting. The substrate, when we mix them together, we have a separator, so we separate them by size and it separates the substrates out. So that does a lot of scratching and just, just use. They just get scratched up after being used a while. Dr. Ted says, honor student nerd, Foxy just got sexier for me. Salutatorian, if you must know. Yes, I was a big nerd in school. I was a good girl.
I was a quiet little nerdy person too. I'm still nerdy though.
Yeah. It's the quiet ones you got to watch out for. I think Didi learned a disturbing fact about me last week that I hope she doesn't repeat. I would have never thought that about you.
I don't even remember what it was. I wish I could remember because I would use it against you.
We'll talk about it after stream. Hey, Kelly Foreman, welcome in. Happy Thursday. We are over our 2-hour mark already, and we still need to do the drawing for the fishy list here. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of chat. I'm going to enter stop. Well, in 30 seconds. Kelly, hurry up if you want to get in there. Hi, Crown Tail. Hurry up, hashtag fishy list if you want to get on the list because we are still stepping on Vibe's toes. Jody said I was a total jock in high school, still smart, but sports was life. Yeah, I remember you telling me that you did all the sports, and I'm not jelly at all.
Jody's like me, and probably Shelby that I know of. We have a set. Just saying. She may not look it, but we got sets. She works hard for the money.
Well, always says, Jody, I'm envious of your shoulders.
Yeah.
Sports. I didn't do sports. I was very drama, choir, chorus. I was that person.
I didn't get to stay after school and do sports because I had to catch the bus. And so now we played, at home all the time because, good Lord, when you grow up with 300 cousins and all that, you can always pull up a baseball team together, a basketball team in no time.
Yeah. Just from your kinfolk.
Yep.
Right,
I don't even know what it was like to play with strangers for a long time. Maybe that's why it was so hard for me to learn to play with strangers.
You didn't learn to share.
I don't know. I was just playing with family.
Yeah. Kelly said she
Allison
was a
played football.
mathlete. Does that count? It does.
A math. Yeah. I mean, I always liked learning in school, and I like to get the highest grade in there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then because the teacher always called it out, and it was so much pressure because it's like if I didn't, everybody was going to know, and so I had to because then everybody's going to laugh. So that's the way it was in my mind. So I had to get it because it's like, oh my God, if I don't, they'll laugh at me.
Yeah.
You know how kids are.
Kelly was
And
talking
Keith was
about
just a dummy, so he joined the military.
because he was and is a book nerd, a bookworm. Sorry, book nerd. Kelly was a mathlete. June says PE kept me from having a 4.0 average. Alishan did football until his knee. Jody was in all the choirs too. That's very cool. You still like to sing, Jody?
Now, I did love running track. I did love that. But I didn't get to do it very often. I didn't get to go on like a regular team. But if they had like a one-time meet or something, I would be allowed to do that.
Yeah. Hi, Johnny.
Loved it. Loved it.
Okay, so we have entered stop in chat. I'm going to go and refresh the wheel because we need to end this live stream already. I need to tinkle so bad.
That's just
Watching.
that's just a minor inconvenience. You need for practice for
Yeah.
next week. Tighten up,
Yeah, no,
Buttercup.
I have a tiny bladder. So. All right, so we are going to draw for number 18 and 19 on fishy list number 4. These are the 28 lovely shoalmates that have entered for this. The most important thing to remember is that if your name is drawn, you have 30 seconds to respond in chat to claim your name on the fishy list. So make sure you refresh the list. I'll give you a few seconds to do that now. And then we'll go ahead and draw for number 18 on fishy list number 4. And yes, while we're waiting for that, remember next Thursday is our big Fishmas in July celebration. It's our 4th. Oh, my heart. It's our 4th Fishmas in July celebration. The Fish Fam has made 4 Fishmas in Julys possible. Thank you to every single person that donated this year, last year, the year before that. You have been amazingly supportive to not only this channel, but to the Fish Fam. And this season would not be possible without you guys. The Fish Fam is the reason for the season, and we're so grateful for you. And so very excited to be bringing Fishmas in July 2025 to you all next Thursday when we have Santa Claus on board with us to help give out all these amazing gifts. So we're going to do I'm going to go ahead and draw here, guys, now that we gave you a chance to refresh. Remember, 30 seconds. Here we go. Good luck.
Chains, tanks, and bowls.
Shane's Tanks of Balls. Congratulations. You have 30 seconds to respond in chat. Did not watch. This is when he's pooping.
Oh, he's here. He's on it.
I'm here. Congratulations, bestie. You are number 18 on the fishy list. Shayna.
Or either May went in there and threw the phone at him.
Yeah. Congratulations, Shane. So we're going to go ahead and draw for number 19 here on fishy list number 4. So remember, 30 seconds. Here we go. Good luck.
Crown tail half moon.
Crown Tail Half Moon, congratulations. You have 30 seconds to respond in chat. And Squish the Girls, no way.
There she is. Or he.
Congratulations, Crown Tail. You are number 19 on the fishy list.
I hear my baby.
Yep, she's having a
Um,
fit because she was in here.
Somebody asked, and it scrolled up, wanted to know what Fishmas was about, I believe.
Oh, Fishmas in July. I'm sorry
Yeah,
that you're
Johnny
hearing
Bear.
your grandbaby.
What is Fishmas about?
Well,
Congratulations, you two. I'm sorry.
Fishmas in July is a thing that we do every year. We normally celebrate the whole month of July every Thursday by giving away gifts with Santa Claus. This year we're doing it one episode, one live stream. I'm sorry, the grandbaby has me so distracted. And all of these gifts come from donations from our fish fam. So we celebrate Fishmas in July as like, it's my birthday. So our shoalmates give us gifts that we can give out to the community. And I think it's a really good community building event. It brings us all together, gives us all something to look forward in the dog days of summer. And it's just a really good, it's just really fun. It's the best way to just, that's how I would be able to describe it at the moment. I'm so brain dead. I've been streaming for 2 hours.
Well, you know, she
My face hurts.
she started this just because of giving back, you know, and it's just grown and kind of took over July.
Yeah.
But you know, because of the wedding, we're doing it this way because you know, Vibes was gracious enough for him and TJ and Smokey to put off a stream so we could use their time, so we won't be stepping all over them. But normally we would have to go 2 or 3 times and give like 10 this time, 10 whatever. We were working on 10 a night, I think. So
Yeah.
this time it's going to be like a marathon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to throw them all at you guys at one time. But if you want a more detailed explanation, more coherence, there is a video on my channel if Amar wants to drop the link for the Fishmas in July. Thank you, Lori. Look at that. She's a fantastic mod, and that's why she has a song as well.
That's why Joe ain't getting a sandwich.
Exactly. He's going to have to wait. All right, but we are 10 after here. We need a skedaddle.
Well, you know, they could always go back to last July's and watch one of those because we had 5 weeks of it.
Yeah,
and,
last week was
kind of get with to see what we do because it's scripted.
Yeah.
I mean, Foxy runs a tight ship.
Got to stay on time. We got Santa Claus, wanting to say hello to everybody, and we're trying to keep it.
Me and Eric have to sit on these little buzzer things, and then if we are taking too long, she hits us with her remote.
Shock. Remote shock.
Yeah, you can call it a shocker.
Yes, we're going to head on over to Vibes this evening. We're going to use hashtag 7 more sleeps because there's only 7 more sleeps till Fishmas in July. So very
7
excited.
more sleeps to Vibes.
Till Fishmas in July. Is there anything you'd like to say before we head on out for this evening, Miss Didi?
Just get ready for next week. I will be prepared for next week because you know what? I dropped the ball. I'm for sure. But, I'm making promises I can't keep, so that's all.
Yeah.
But I'm getting pretty good at it. Sucks.
Oh my goodness. But yes, we are looking for some wedding volunteers. If you're interested in helping out with some of the things that we're looking for, please send me an email. We'll be on tomorrow morning with Foxy AM. I would like to take you guys out into the shop as I'm working on the arch, but who knows if my body wants to cooperate with me that early in the morning because I have bad back issues, or if the internet wants to work out there. So let's see what happens in the morning. It might be a hot mess continued, or it might just be a simple morning wake up stream. But otherwise, we'll be back here with you guys next Thursday, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern for Fishmas in July. I'm so very excited. Shirley, there is a link in chat if you want to go check out that video. It'll explain to you what Fishmas in July is. It's just a celebration we do in the month of July to celebrate my birthday / giving back to the community by collecting donations and gifting them out with Santa. So it's a very fun event. So I hope to see you all here next Thursday for Fishmas in July. We'll use hashtag 7 more sleeps on over to Vibes. Thank you so very much. I may have received a stink eye from my earlier volunteer comments. And he's still missing to this day. But an extra special thank you to Salient Aquatics, Jody P, and Overly Overstocked Oscars for your extra love this evening. I greatly appreciate you guys. And whether you're participants, a lurker, or replay crew, we love each and every single one of you. And we'll see you back here next Thursday for Fishmas in July, or maybe in the morning for some coffee for Foxy AM. But call your loved ones.
Is it Friday tomorrow already?
Yes, Pepper, it is. How crazy is that? 78 more days to the wedding. Crazy. But yes, call your loved ones, check in on them, see how they are. If you're lucky enough to have them close, you pull them in, you give them big, big, big hugs and big kisses. Because tomorrow is never promised, but today is a gift. The presents. Go forth, spread some love with that, guys. And while you're at it, plant a seed of kindness, because the world can use so much kindness. And a beautiful garden can spring from the single seed that you sow. So go forth, spread some love, some kindness. We'll see you all on Over Advised with hashtag 7 more sleeps. Kiss your fishies. Love you all. Bye.
He is her mom milk. He is her baby.
What's that? Is that a snail? Snail. What about that? Is that the cats? Bailey calls them the cats. You gonna give them kisses?
Did you just give the fishy a kiss?